This is your economics video for shifting production. We've been working on production possibility frontiers, and on the last video you had an active learning. And in that active learning you were asked to take the United States' production of wheat and computers and shift it a little bit. The question said, if the US makes 3,400 tons of wheat, how many computers can they make? And you had to figure out that spot. There's many different ways that you could have come up with the correct answer. But here is also the correct answer. If they use 3,400 tons of wheat, it requires them 34,000 labor hours. Remember, for the United States, they had 50,000 total labor hours, and it takes 10 hours to make 1 unit of wheat. So that means out of the 34,000 it took to produce wheat, they have 16,000 remaining labor hours to produce computers. It takes them 100 of those labor hours to make each one, so they can make 160 computers. You were supposed to draw this point B on your graph. The same graph you drew already, just draw it in a different color. Make sure that you've put the point B on the line and labeled it B. And then you do have to have either a solid or dotted line all the way over to the axes where you've labeled 3,400 wheat on the vertical axis and 160 computers on the horizontal axis. The active learning also had a similar question about your Japan graph. So Japan was asked to make 240 computers, and hopefully you realize that this would require all of Japan's 30,000 labor hours in order to make 240 computers. So if they're doing that, they can't make any wheat at all, which means you should put this point, which is 240 computers and 0 wheat, onto your graph in a new color, and you do need to label it point B.